recording again.
Okay.
So yeah, I realized that the handwritten note is probably the leading cause for Hanks to be missing their delivery goals. Is there anything we can do to get rid of that, to then bump that delivery time and that inspection rate up? I'm sure we can add an inspection if we have more time on their end.
That's kind of, a little bit tougher situation because the handwritten notes is kind of what makes the company,
Sure.
it kind of shows that we appreciate the customers, and continue to have that relationship with them. So kind of that handwritten note is, kind of our like signature touch, you can
Mhm.
say. I know it is a little bit lengthy and it requires a little bit more work because this isn't something you can just put it on the computer and then just mass produce it. It's actually like physically labor requirements. So for us, it would be hard to kind of to get rid of the uh handwritten note
Sure.
unless you came up with something else that maybe we can compromise with. But I kind of would like to continue with the handwritten note.
Right. And that makes sense. I'm sure Hanks would be better at organizing themselves. It's the first shipment. I'm sure they're not hitting their quality goals because their team hasn't really had a chance to, understand the process because it's a new process at the end of the day. We have new people, new learnings. As soon as
Mhm.
there's, you know, routine in their schedule, I'm sure they'll be more on top of things. Although I can't guarantee it, but I can tell you that I will try to make sure that the damaged goods and the incorrect shipments on their end is somewhat
Mhm.
improved. Is that okay for you? I understand that you'd ideally like the 99.4% that we would give, but would it be acceptable to take an improvement on it to make sure that these products are being shipped on time?
I mean, I guess because I know, it's probably a little bit of a learning curve for them,
Yep.
because it's something they probably haven't done in the past before.
Yep.
So I guess, we can give them maybe a little bit of time to kind of get adjusted for that and kind of get themselves situated to where they are able to do the notes and then do the 99.4% accuracy. And then
Yep.
maybe, it would be okay with us. So I guess we can give a
Yeah.
little bit of a
And I
lenient.
understand that's your bread and butter. Like that is the selling point. So by all means, if
Right.
we have to keep that and that is the cause for you guys to grow, then maybe in the future we would have that platinum status and that accuracy built
Mhm.
in a later contingency.
Yeah. I did just want to kind of, just kind of address this, but I was just kind of wondering why did it take so long to kind of get in contact with you? I did have left, messages and voicemails and then kind of just haven't heard from you in a while, so I was
Right.
just kind of wondering what was the situation there.
No, by all means, I get it. But again, I've been neck deep, right? We're at 98% capacity. We're already offloading work. We got R&D projects. At the same time, we're trying to secure new platinum members. There's just a lot going on in our sphere. So I apologize for not being available on time, but I'm glad we were able to have this conversation, meet up today.
Yeah, because I just want to make sure that if, we have a potential issue in the future, that we don't kind of go through that again, just because I know you have your business, I have my business, but at the end
Yep.
of the day, we are kind of in a partnership.
Yep.
So I just want to make sure that there is a way to be able to kind of get a hold of you because, the time that I don't hear from you, I am basically losing money at the end
Right.
of the
And again, our goal is for you guys to grow enough for us to get a warehouse. We are aligned in that. So by any means, like if we can continue working to growing to that goal, then it sounds like it's just going to be the best for both of us.
hmm
It's just at this time, this is going to be a hindrance, but we are working towards that goal. So just to recap where we're at right now, we're not suing each other. We
Mm-hmm.
are continuing on with the outsourced third party. We are going to continue writing a handwritten customized note, and we will continue to monitor this third party to make sure that they are improving and learning from their process.
Yes. And then you guys will be compensating for the lost sales, the damaged products,
Yep.
putting a stop to the bad social media publicity by making assured that there's no damaged goods or anything on your guys' end.
That
Correct?
we can't guarantee, right? Yeah, we can compensate you for them. But as far as the social media part, that's out of our hands. We hope that with the added growth that's coming from these handwritten messages, that eventually we'll have a line of sight to obtain this new warehouse and become a platinum status member, and then have at that point, say a year or two in the future, I don't know how long it'll take to grow, but I know you guys are booming. Once that happens, we will be able to hit that inspection rate.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we probably won't go to that platinum level until we are assured that, what we kind of agreed upon the first time meeting is still continued to be met. And
Yep.
then if that's something that we can look into at a
And that
later.
makes sense. By all means, there can be a contingency there. Obviously, we don't want to be sending you this bad a product every single time. That
Right.
is, we are aligned in that.
Yeah, because I mean, if we continue the path that we are, and you guys are paying for the, loss, the damaged products, and loss of sale. I mean, my reputation is going downhill. Then we won't continue to grow, and then
Right. Well, we can pay for the damaged products, but I don't know what loss of sale would entail.
so for the loss of sale would entail, um, basically the loss of sale is just due to the bad public media and just people deciding not to go with us and continue. So that's basically just kind of the loss of sales right there.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to compensate you guys for that since that's not per our policy. Um, yeah, unfortunately, that's not something we'll be able to do.
Okay.
But by
Well,
any means, if we get receive damaged
my
goods from us and you
um,
guys send it back, we will give you we'll compensate you for its entirety.
okay, because then if we don't get compensated for the lost sales, then we might have to go a different path. Then we might have to, I guess, kind of terminate the relationship then, and I would probably have to go with someone else where can guarantee me the requirements that I'm kind of wanting to accomplish and address.
Right. And we understand that if that's the route that we need to go, we understand your reputation's on the line and you have to make those kinds of decisions. If that's something that you'd like to, if that's the route you'd like to go down, we would understand.
Yeah, because potentially like our customers are, they received products that they, didn't order. And then the notes were addressed to other people. And due to that and people going to social media, we've kind of lost a lot of followers and are continuing to lose that due to the many issues that were coming about. So I guess that's kind of what I would consider kind of like the lost sales.
Sure. And that makes sense. I agree with that. And I see where that's coming from. I think that's just a hard stance of we it's not really something that we can provide since it's being sent to that outside third party.
So then I guess maybe I need a little bit of a clarification, but then
Sure.
where do we stand? Because it seems that we've kind of came to an agreement, and
Yep.
then kind of when we went back to what we thought we all accomplished, now
Right.
we're like we are in agreement.
Right. So it sounds like from our end, we would be completely okay on it to promote your guys' business by having this outside source continue to handwrite all of the notes, and with the assumption that they do improve, that we would be able to build your guys' company and reputation correctly, with the added um, footnote of or assurance that we would pay for any damaged goods that they may give you. We will be striving for them to improve because obviously we don't want to be paying for damaged goods to begin with. So there is incentive on our end. Although if that promise is not good enough and that um, that quality standard is not met, um, then unfortunately Wood wouldn't be able to uphold that at this moment. And that is the best we can do.
Mhm.
If that results in a loss of contract, unfortunately that is the best we can do.
Yeah, because I guess, from kind of the issues that I have, you're kind of hitting only on one point, which
Mhm.
is, compensation for the lost, I'm sorry, for the damaged products.
Yep.
Um, but that's only, I can't take that only one where I have other issues, where it seems that, I'm a bit more willing to compromise on your end, to kind of give you guys, you continue to outsource with the third party,
Yep.
you giving the time to get the third party established with the handwritten notes, and then, kind of giving the time lenient with the accuracy percentage. So it almost seems that it would require me to give more time, and I don't know if I have that. Um, I just think that we might have to just kind of go our separate ways just because I can't afford to continue that.
Sure. And we understand again, we have, multiple other clients at this point. We're at capacity, and we're sorry that we couldn't uphold our end of this. But if that's what route we need to go down, um, well, best of luck.
Yeah.
And recording?
Yeah, you were recording. I didn't even hit recording, honestly.
Got it.